Aloha.
Oh.
Nope. Aloha. It's good to see you again. Today I'm going to try a new lesson about surfboards. Now there's lots of exciting things in Hawaii, and one of the things that Hawaii is known for is surfing. And so this lesson will be about, first we're going to make the background using watercolors. And I know some of you do have watercolors at home. So the first thing we're going to talk about is horizon. And a horizon is when the sky meets the land. If you look out on the prairie, you see grass, and then the sky begins, and that's the top part of the picture. Well, in Hawaii, we're going to be looking out at the ocean. So first of all, I'm going to get my big brush wet. And you can use big brush or a small brush, it won't matter. And I'm going to paint the bottom half of my paper just with water. And then I'm going to go ahead and add some blue. Now the reason I go ahead and paint with water is that the blue spreads so much better if I have that. Now I think Mr. Harry is going to be giving a lesson about that too, and so I think if you will look up on the videos, Mr. Harry will have one about some watercolor techniques. So first I'm going to go ahead and do just the water, just the ocean at the bottom. So remember the bottom, what you're seeing, this is my bottom. So it's maybe not the bottom of the painting to you. And then it's time to go ahead and do the sky. Now I would like to do a sky at sunset when the surfers are finished surfing. And I have not ever really gone, so I don't know. But I do know that most sunsets will have your deeper colors and then more pale colors. My orange is not turning out so good, but you can see it here, the water and then the sunset. So I'm going to use orange and yellow. And I don't even care if they touch, because you want them to blend in the sky. You don't want them to be too separated. So there I've got my background. That's all it is a background. So I'm going to leave that to dry. I'm not even going to worry about it for a while. Put my watercolors aside, and then I'm going to make my surfboard. And yes, it's going to be more than one surfboard. So I'm just going to use a strip of paper, and once again, this is a good idea to use scrap paper because you don't need the whole sheet of paper. So you can see it's even less than a third of the paper. It's just a strip of paper. And so I'm going to start by putting a dot kind of at the middle on the top. And then I'm going to gently go, make that the point, and then gently go out to the side. And a surfboard, I believe, never having ridden one before, does have a point on both ends, but I'm not sure about that. But ours is going to stick in the sand, so it won't matter. So it's that shape. But the important thing then is not about the shape. I mean, obviously the shape is important, but then you're going to want patterns. And I know that you remember doing patterns on fish and cats and chickens, all different things this spring or before spring break. And you're going to just take your crayons and make whatever patterns you like. So you might even, if you have a YouTube, you might even want to look on the thing and find patterns for surfboards, or just look at pictures for surfboards and use as many colors and make it bright and happy. And you might do X's and O's, or you might do big Hawaiian flowers. And then whatever kind of designs you want. So as you can see, I did 3, and then I'm going to have to wait to finish mine because I need to wait for my painting to dry. But I'll cut them out and I'll glue them on as if they're stuck in the sand. And so I'm looking at the surfboards, and in the background is the ocean with the sunset. So there's your surfboard art for today. Aloha!